welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us. What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
All right.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
Hello, I'm Billy Cobbin, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
Hey, it's Kay Boating with Tomorrow's Pros Montessori Schools.
Good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm Karen.
I'm Toy. And I'm Denise.
And from all of us at Walker County Federal Credit Union, good morning, Huntsville.
Well, good morning, Huntsville, and welcome in to another edition of Good Morning Huntsville as we get rolling here on this magnificent, marvelous Monday. And, hey, we want to welcome all of you in. Thanks for being a part of the show, as always, as we get rolling here in just a few moments. We are rocking and rolling now, episode 292 here today. It's awesome to think about just the journey that we have been on now for well over a year, closing in, after we get through this. Coming up, I guess, in March is going to be 2 years already, and so we couldn't do this without your support and just all of you. And this show's all about inspiration, all about lifting up our community and celebrating all the good things that are happening right here in Huntsville, Texas. And so, again, I do want to say hello. It's actually episode 391. I got one ahead of me. But I do want to welcome in everybody this morning. Thanks for waking up with us and being a part of the show as always. Normally, Walker County Federal Credit Union would be here on a magnificent, marvelous Monday, but it is Veterans Day, and so the banks are closed. A lot of folks are off today celebrating the nationally recognized federal holiday. But again, we want to welcome you in, and hey, we still want to give a shout out to our friends at Walker County Federal Credit Union. As I get rocking and rolling this morning, I do want to give a shout out, as always, to our good friend Paul Oley of the Gallery. Paul Oley, the Gallery, located at 1201 University, for all of your custom framing, photography, and more. Go visit my good friend Paul Oley. He's been doing it for so many years here in this community. And a lot of folks ask me, Rob, what can I do to help out? Well, one thing you can do to help out is support folks that you hear on this program, and even folks that you don't hear on this program. We want to lift up everyone in our community, and so please get out there and support local business. For those businesses that are open today, restaurants, many of them are open. I'll talk a little bit more about some of the new businesses that are springing up here in town a little bit later on in the show. But that's one way you can support. The other one is when you hear guys like Elliot Herzlich of Elliot's Jewelers, who we also want to give a big shout out to as our studio sponsor. Elliot is always doing great things here in Huntsville, aligning with many nonprofits, helping out a lot of great organizations here in our community. We're going to be presenting a check for $1,100 to Care Center Huntsville here in the next couple of weeks, and that is courtesy of Elliot Herzlich. We had a Diamonds of Hope fundraiser and was able to really see a lot of good movement and good momentum from that program. And we wanted to help out Jackie Barham and the great folks over there. And that's all courtesy of Elliott Herzlich. So, again, for all of your custom jewelry needs, or maybe you just are looking for something that's already pre-made, Elliott can take care of it. Go visit my good friend Elliott Herzlich. He's online at elliottjewelers.com. And you got to set up an appointment, but go by and see him and let him know that you heard about it here on Hello Huntsville. Elliott has been with us literally since day one, really since negative day one. You go back before we even had the idea for this show. He was supporting some ideas that I had. And then once we came back, Elliott was all in, and we appreciate him so very much. And, of course, here on this magnificent, marvelous Monday, I just mentioned them earlier as we started, but a huge shout-out to our friends at Walker County Federal Credit Union. Denise, Toy, Karen, all of you, I hope you are enjoying a much-needed and well-deserved day off today. Well, friends, as I mentioned earlier, today is Veterans Day, and we want to take a moment just to honor the selfless sacrifice that so many have made for our freedom here in the United States. It's never a day that we want to gloss over. Many of us know of someone who has served or has served in the past or is serving now. In fact, I came across a family here at our church on Sunday that their son had just made the commitment to join the U.S. Army, and we prayed over him and his mother and grandmother this past Sunday. That is one of the most selfless commitments that anyone can make, and so we just want to say thank you to all of our veterans. My dad served in Vietnam in 3 different tours. My grandfather was in World War II. My uncle served in the Air Force, and so I know that we all have connections, and I want to send a special shout-out to all of those this morning. Again, thank you for what you do and helping to keep our country safe and secure, and just for going out of your way. I could not imagine folks that just have that kind of heart, just how they do that. And it takes a hero, it takes a champion, it takes someone with a lot of courage. And again, I want to say thank you to all of you this morning. So let's honor a veteran. Hey, if you're a veteran out there today, if you're comfortable, I know a lot of folks don't want to receive the recognition, and that's understandable. But if you are, feel free to say hello this morning, whether you're a veteran or not. But especially for those veterans, if you see anybody in the chat this morning, make sure that you thank them and tell them how much you appreciate them. If you see someone in town today, go up and just give them a pat on the back, buy them something to eat. A little bit goes a long way. We have a great show lined up today as our friend Adriane Hunter from Cabins and More of Texas is joining us here in just a few moments. Her first time on the show, I believe. And so we're really excited to have Adriane. She's been a friend for many, many years. And we'll get to know Adriane a little bit more and hear about a wonderful event that she is hosting here in Huntsville. She's done it in the past, and it's a great event for many folks, just helping them come together. So we're going to talk with her about that. And again, this show is all about interaction. It's all about hearing from you as well. And so let us know this morning what you're thankful for as you're waking up here on a Monday. I did want to go ahead and just jump right in. If you are waking up, some areas of town had tremendous amounts of fog, so be careful if you're out on the roads this morning. 63 degrees, another muggy morning with that humidity right at 100%. Here on this Veterans Day, fog early. We'll get up into the upper 70s and sunny, so it is going to end up being a very nice day today, a day to be out if you're off and enjoy that with your families and just get out and enjoy it. Tonight, how about this? Clear and 55 degrees. And then more of the same continues through the rest of this week. Tuesday, which is tomorrow, of course, will be 78 and sunny. A little bit of rain in the forecast on Wednesday. If we look through the rest of the week, though, temperature is going to remain in the mid to upper 70s all week long. And besides Wednesday, other than that, it's going to be clear and sunny. So a beautiful week to get out and enjoy all of God's nature, and hope that you can do that. My wife and I had a really good time this weekend, kind of one of those impromptu, I guess, things you could call it. We had the 2 children with us, and I woke up on Saturday. I said, man, we really just need to get out of this house. It feels like sometimes you get into this rhythm of life and working and doing everything else that sometimes you don't even open the front door or the back door of the house. And so we got up Saturday and went and had pancakes, and we love IHOP. I'm just going to say they have those cupcake pancakes with that. There's some sort of glaze they put on them. If you haven't had them, don't eat them because you'll get hooked on them. But we went over to IHOP, had a great breakfast, and then went over to Eastham Park and walked around. And I didn't even realize the Kaboom Playground had been rebuilt over there as well. That's an organization that came in. They did a lot of these playgrounds for the school district, also over at Boys and Girls Club. But I had no idea that they did one right down in the park as well. And so we enjoyed that. There was a little park that was a perfect size for Caden, bigger park for Braylon. And then we just went on a walking trail and walked down and spent probably a good 2 hours. And it was just so nice to see all the squirrels and all the animals. We saw woodpeckers. We saw everything walking on that trail. And it was just neat because I literally think in a year and a half, maybe 2 years, we just haven't, went outside to literally smell the roses. So it was nice to get away over the weekend and enjoy that. I want to encourage you. A lot of folks say, man, there's just not much going on in Huntsville. There is so much to do here in our community. And all you got to do is head over to our website at hellohuntsvilletx.com for more information, or follow the Huntsville Visitor Center online too. Tracy and the staff over there do such a great job keeping us up to date with all of the great things happening here in our community. Well, friends, we'll take a break. Adriane is here in studio with us. We can't wait to chat with her, so we'll step aside. We'll take a break. And I don't have a keyword up yet this morning. We may not have one today. But go ahead and text in your name regardless, because we will have a keyword for sure tomorrow. Go ahead and text in today. That will get you entered in. Just text in your name. That's all we're asking for. You know what? Text in your name. We'll make the keyword service. So text in your name along with the word service, as we thank all of those that have served in our country and that are serving. Again, the keyword service along with your name on the Zero Degree Creations phone and text line. That number is 936-339-0139. Again, 936-339-0139 is the number. And I'll tell you what we'll do this week. I've got several more tickets to Lone Star Lights. We'll include 2 of those today. So 2 tickets to Lone Star Lights. And all you have to do is text in, again, your name along with the keyword service to 936-339-0139. We'll take a brief break. We'll step aside, take a break. We'll be back in a moment as we continue celebrating all the good things as we write a new chapter here in our community's story today. As always, our show's on Monday, brought to you by Walker County Federal Credit Union. They are your full-service community credit union, serving this community for many, many decades. You can visit them online at WCFCU. It's Walker County Federal Credit Union. We'll step aside. We'll take a break. More to come as we continue here. This is your show. It's Good Morning Huntsville. Please stay with us.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union. One of the best things I hear from our members is how they love being treated like they're important, like their family. Sure, our members love things like low rates on loans too, but combine that with the friendliest and most helpful service in town, and you've got Walker County Federal, taking care of our members. It's what we do. We are Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks. Stay connected and enjoy adorable pet updates by following us on Facebook. Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville is where dogs get to be dogs. Visit us at magnoliakennel.com to book your pet's next stay. We can't wait to meet your 4-legged family members.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted, family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas. Hey friends, Rob Hipp, Media and Community Outreach Minister here at First Baptist Church, Huntsville. Let me ask you, when's the last time you felt real hope? Maybe it's been a while since you've been to church, or maybe you've never felt connected to a church at all. Well, friends, that's okay. Here at First Baptist, we're a harbor of hope, and we welcome everyone just as they are. We have programs throughout the week for all ages to come together, ask questions, grow in faith, and find the hope that only Jesus Christ can bring. Whether you're looking for a fresh start or a community to call home, we'd love for you to join us. Come experience something real. For more information, visit fbchuntsville.org. First Baptist Church Huntsville, a harbor of hope.
This harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
Tomorrow's Promise Montessori schools believe in creating spaces where children can learn, grow, and use their imaginations. At any Tomorrow's Promise location, children enjoy the largest playgrounds in town. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori is a fun school where every child learns at their own pace, and mastery of a concept is expected before moving on to the next concept. At Tomorrow's Promise, every child is respected, loved, and nurtured for the unique individual that they are.
Tomorrow's Promise Academy on Veterans Memorial now open. Visit tomorrowspromise.info for more information. Education you can trust.
All right, friends, back as we continue on. I always like to say writing another chapter, another story in the history of our community and telling the good here. Maybe it's your first time joining this show today, and we want to welcome you in. Let us know that you're out there. Super easy. All you got to do is just say hello to us. You don't even have to say anything, but if you do, don't worry. We won't embarrass you too much. But we always enjoy having folks join us, and it is a wonderful, wonderful day to wake up and be here on this November the 11th, if you can believe that. Thanksgiving's right around the corner. My little girl will turn 3 in just 6 days, and I cannot believe that. And Adriane's going to laugh because she goes, well, just blink your eyes and watch how fast they grow. But we are here. So, hey, everybody, welcome back in. And we'll flip it back over to the video. Check it out. Adriane Hunter's here. What's up, Adriane?
Hey, it is so good to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, it's been good. I've known you for many, many years. And, Adriane, you've been so supportive of so many in this community. You know, the endeavors that I've had over the years, you've sponsored through your business. But, you know, here today we'll be talking about a really wonderful event that you're having, the 3rd annual Evening of Hope. And it's a dinner for widows and just a time to bring people together. We'll talk about it a little bit more in a few moments, but I just want to have a casual conversation with you. How you doing? What have you been up to?
Well, you know, just work and kids and trying to plan Evening of Hope. Life's been crazy, but it's been good.
Did you grew up here in Huntsville? Is that right?
Born and raised.
Born and raised. So what do you think about like people who came here like 4 years ago that try to get involved?
You know, come on. Let's do it.
Awesome. Well, Adriane, this community I know has been so good to you, and you know you've had a business here for a while, and I did want to give you an opportunity to plug that before we really dig into this. The business, I know you guys are staying busy in several locations. Let us know how things have been going, and just a little bit on that side about what you do with Cabins and More Texas.
Yeah. So about 9.5 years ago is when I started Cabins and More of Texas. And we are located out in Riverside, right across from Talent and Papa Keith's. And so we sell cabins and storage sheds and carports and horse barns. We also added play sets in the last several years. So that's been a fun addition. This year has been a little bit slower than what we've seen in the past, but it does look like things are starting to pick back up a little bit as well. So we're pretty excited about that.
Yeah, I love what you have over there. And, you know, if you're driving, I go through Trinity or head my way to Trinity quite a bit, and I drive through Riverside. I always stop at Fat Boy's Pizza and see my buddy Shane Christian over there and get something to eat. And you're just right there, right after them, immediately right after. Don't go too far down. If you see another one,
don't go too far down.
You got to back up. You know?
That's right. If you go to the light, you've gone too far.
Yeah, so come back a little bit. But those buildings are so neat. You know, told you the story about when I was in Georgetown. There was a guy, it was Liberty Moore Buildings. It's not competition because they're so far away. But the guy that sold me mine was just a great guy, and his business, the way he runs it, reminds me a lot of how you run yours, just with good ethics and morals and providing great service. And that building was so neat. We bought it was like a 12 by 40. Does that sound right? A real long one?
Yes.
Or is it 12 by 30?
It could be either.
It was pretty long.
Yeah.
I think it was the 12 by 40. And I got that thing home, and, it was like a shell. It was beautiful. It was a cabin, had a door and a window and a little porch on the front. And we lived on 3/4 of an acre, and behind me the guy had 14 acres on the cul-de-sac. So I made it face, that door facing the back, so all you saw was the trees, right?
Nice.
And then fixed that thing up, did all the sheetrock myself. It was a lofted cabin, so I built these cool little, doors there.
Right.
I mean, it was beautiful. And when I sold my house, out of everything, when we came to Huntsville, I missed that. I almost kept that building.
Hey, we can totally set you up. You do know that, right?
Yes, I need to holler at you.
Come see us.
And I've already found out that they're in Elkins. They're pretty, some areas are pretty chill about that stuff. And because our neighbor got one from you. And so I said, I need to get a hold of Adriane here. And now, election season's over, and thank goodness for that. So we can get back to a lot of positivity, hopefully. We're already seeing stocks go up and all that. So I think hopefully we'll be back on the road to a good financial recovery, if you will. And I'll have hopefully a little extra cheddar I can come over and bring some cheese to you.
There you go. There you go.
Well, more information about that online at camotx.com, at camotx.com. And I wanted to give a full disclosure, by the way. Adriane, sometimes we have businesses on here that pay to be on the show. Adriane did not pay. I wanted her to be on here. I'm not saying and promoting her business because she paid. I'm saying it because she's a friend and she does incredible work in our community, and I wanted to have her on. Wanted to highlight that because it's a big part of what you do. But another big part of what you do is, helping people out during some times of need and folks that just need a support system. And that's really why you started Evening of Hope. I'll kind of let you tell the story, but 3rd year of this coming up. Give us a little bit about the story. Yeah, I'm
really excited. So the reason that it got started, and a lot of you watching probably know a little bit of my story, but in October of 2021, we lost my husband, Norm. And so we have 2 children. And so that just threw me into a world that I was not prepared for at all, to be a widow and a solo parent. So that we had that first Christmas in 2021, which we got through it, kind of in survival mode. In November of 2022, I woke up one morning, and this was the latter part of November. I woke up one morning and I just really felt that God impressed upon my heart that I needed to host a Christmas dinner for widows. And I think part of the reason that came about was because, when you're a widow and you kind of plug into widow communities and groups and whatnot, I was hearing so many stories of widows who, they would be around family at Christmas time, and just some of the things that were said to them. You can't cry because you're going to ruin Christmas for everybody else, and different variations of that. So that really just kind of broke my heart. I thankfully have not experienced that. I have a great support system. My family is very supportive, and I am so thankful for that. But I wanted to create a Christmas atmosphere and ambiance for widows to come and be a part of that experience, but also if they had emotions, it's okay.
Yeah.
And so so I was sharing that with my friend Karen Altum, and she ended up talking to her husband and called me, and they said they wanted to be our presenting sponsor. And so they have actually been our presenting sponsor for 3 years in a row.
Wow,
and I could not do this without them. I'm so grateful for them. But that first year we had 17 ladies. This has been very grassroots, just very organic in growth.
I mean, this is for women specifically, women widows.
For women specifically, just because of that dynamic.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. And I also would love to work with a widower if that's something that men would like to do. But I know sometimes, we do things differently. Yeah. So, but I'm happy to help somebody. If you want to start that, let me know, and I would be happy to help with that. But for this event, yes, it is for widows, for women only. That first year we had 17 that came, and we had it at 5 Loaves in their little side room. and it was amazing. And the connections that were made, the sweet atmosphere. There were maybe a few tears of sharing memories, but there was also a lot of laughter. It wasn't this, people tend to think that, oh, it's a widow's event, it's going to be sad and heavy and weighty. And there were a few moments, just at the tables sharing hard things, but that was not the feel overall. And so last year, we ended up having it out at Southwood Restaurant, and we had 32. So we almost doubled.
Wow.
And again, still, I haven't gone around to the churches. It's been slow growing, but I think we have a lot more growth to do. And this year, I am planning for 50. And
because you said that you're going to have like 70. So
yeah, I know, right? So Postcards Magazine, you're going to have to help me out here. So anyway, yeah. So I'm really excited because it provides that just beautiful atmosphere. And I've had ladies tell me, thank you so much. I've never had anyone do something like this for me. There's just been a lot of gratefulness that they have the opportunity to be a part of something like that.
Maybe somebody, Adriane, this morning is watching, and maybe they're a widow, and they said, I would just love to have a group of ladies that I can share a meal with. Is there still an opportunity for them to sign up?
There is.
Let us know how that works and what
so
they can
you
do.
can. So if you're in this area, we do have a group. It's called Widows of Walker County and Beyond. And so if you will go to find that group on Facebook. And there are a few questions to answer. I'm really big on safety.
Yeah.
And doing my best to not allow anyone in there who is not a widow or, obviously there's lots of scammers. So there are a few questions to answer, and I will approve. And then there'll be more about it in that group. Also on my Facebook page, I do make those kind of posts public. And so if I meet Adriane Hunter, you will see that. So really it's just as simple as an RSVP. You can text it to 936-581-0180.
Yeah, let me put that again. 936, if that's okay.
Yeah, 581-0180. And just text your text that you're RSVPing to Evening of Hope and give me your name, and then I will reach out to you at some point over the next several weeks.
Wonderful. Yeah, and I wanted to say just on that safety side too, that's why we're not going to dig into where it's at this year and the day and the time and all those kind of things. Adriane does such a great job just protecting women and being safe. And so, again, get connected to the group. And once Adriane kind of vets that, then you'll be provided all that information.
Yes.
But there's still time. That's the bottom line. There is still time for folks to
really,
be a
I think
part.
we have until about December 5th for RSVPs. I'll make an announcement if we end up meeting our 50 before then, which right now we're at about 20, a little over 20 that have RSVP'd. So
well, Adriane, I just wanted to say, from the first time I met you, I'll never forget, it was at 1212 12th Street at noon when Daiquiri Beebe had her real estate office here. And, Daiquiri she just had a special place in my heart. She welcomed me to this community. And I know that, a lot of folks go through different things. And I'm always praying for her and praying for the best for her. But
yes.
she was a great friend. She still is a great friend, and she welcomed me. And if it wasn't for her, I would have never met you. And the reason I said 1212 12th Street at 12 was because that's where we started our Walker County Referral Cooperative Group, and you were one of the very first members.
Yes.
And that is where I met you. And how did that whole connection, like you getting played, was it something, did Daiquiri reach out to you? How did that happen?
So Daiquiri was trying to get a different group started, and so we were on a Zoom call, and you and I were partnered up to just learn about each other a little bit. It was real brief. I can't even remember what that was called. But anyway, we realized that group was not going to be a good fit for us. So then she started WCRC.
Wow. Yeah. We were thinking about, I know when I came here, we wanted to do like a BNI group.
That was
and
it.
We started putting the money together and like, whoa,
was
man.
It gonna work?
Said, ain't nobody got time for that. I ain't got enough cheese in a wallet. And so that's how I remember that. But it's just so neat. And this is, maybe the inspiration today is this. You never know what people have been through. And I want to encourage people. I don't say this rudely, and I've learned this, Adriane. I can't put myself in your shoes, nor should I try to.
Right.
I shouldn't. But one thing that we can do is we can love on people and we can support people. And I want to encourage you today to be mindful of those around you, because you don't know what sickness or what tragedies hit their family or just happened to them. Maybe there's something going on in their life right now. There's a lot that we deal with that people don't know about.
Yes.
Even though the internet, has become an open book for a lot of folks, there's a lot of things that need to remain private. And so I want to encourage you this morning that when you're around people, be mindful that they may be going through something. And I think that's why it's so important just to love on people. And I'm going to tell you, Adriane is one of those people that when you're in the room, and I'm not just saying this because you're sitting next to me, but the room truly lights up because you bring so much joy. And that's exemplified, too, through your children. Your husband was such a great man, and I see a lot of him in your children, and especially your son. My goodness, I had reached out. We were doing a cleanup to help some folks after the flooding, and you had responded and said, hey, my son's available. He can come help. And that young man got to work. Right. And I just sat there and said, this is – a lot of times we don't, but you hear other people saying there's no hope for this generation. There's tremendous hope. Don't ever say that there's not hope for this. Right. There's tremendous hope, and it starts in the families. It starts with the parents in the household. I truthfully believe that. We got to take care of our house first. And I want to say you guys have just taken extremely good care of your house, especially because I see it through your children.
Thank you for that.
So
raising teens is hard.
Yeah. So
it's nice to hear that.
Yeah, and I love that, Adriane. And again, if you ever just run across Adriane in the community, you'll know just what joy she brings, and such a great bundle of joy to this community, and welcoming so many people too, Adriane. So, well, again, for more information, what's the group that folks can get on Facebook?
So it's Widows of Walker County and Beyond.
Yeah, Widows of Walker County and Beyond. There's going to be some questions there. Search for that group, and then Adriane will vet you and get you plugged in. And it's such an important event coming up here for widows in our community. That support system, I did want to just kind of expand on that so much, or a little bit here. That's so much important. It's so good to have somebody to lean on. I'm a big believer. There's been things that have happened in my life that I've held on to, and then all of a sudden I just blow up, and I realize, man, if I would have just had somebody to talk to, maybe talk. You don't have to go into details about the personal side of it, but maybe talk a little bit about just why it's so important to have somebody to talk to. Well,
I feel like in this situation, it is important because we go through things, and just part of the grief process, I had no idea like it would be like that. And so just realizing and hearing that I wasn't alone in the way that I was feeling, that all the things I was feeling was very normal. That's really important, and that was really important for me, because I'm like, am I completely losing my mind here? And I wasn't. I mean, that's still debatable, but so community and being able to share your story. The more we share our story, the more we heal, and also realizing that it is important to feel all the feelings. And I just heard this morning on a podcast. What you don't feel, you can't heal. So kind of like you were saying, when you shove it down and you try to ignore it, it's going to come back. And it usually will come out in ways that are unexpected and are going to hurt other people, which is never the intention, So feeling all the feelings, sharing, just having that community that really understands how this particular loss, it just impacts so much of our lives. It's the way we get up, the way we go through our day, the way we go to bed, and everything in between. And now that I'm 3 years in, I have a better grasp on it, but that void is still there. Like, I still feel the void. Yeah. I still notice it. And some days it is harder than others.
I think it's so important, to realize no matter what you're going through, that you're not alone. How many times, have you been in a situation to where maybe if it's even like a mundane task, and all of a sudden you failed at that task and you think, oh man, why does this happen to me? It's never happened to anybody else. But everyone shares in stories, and everyone shares in feelings and emotions. And, I've been in that situation to where, it just seems like, the house and all these things, and it's nothing like losing someone, but all these things happen. And I remember this was just a few months ago, like after that hurricane hit, right?
Right.
And
yes.
I was
it's a lot.
and I guess part of the grief, now I'm sitting here saying, well, we've been praying for a holy house. We had a tree come through, so now we got a holy house. But it was in that
You have to be specific.
Yeah, it was in that situation though, Adriane. I was like, man, why is this, why nobody else is dealing with this? Well, yeah, there is. There's folks out there that are dealing with a lot more. And so that's why I always go back and say, be mindful. But I'm so thankful that you brought up that point of, don't feel like you're alone, because in certain situations, especially like losing someone, my dad, losing him, I felt like for that moment, I was like, why is this happening? Why is it just me? And it's not. And being able to talk to folks, Billy has helped me through that journey.
Yes.
Billy Cawthon, because he lost his father at a very young age. And it's good to have that. And I talked to him about it. I called him that day that I went out there to go see my dad. I called him and I said, I don't know what to do. And Billy said, just go talk to him. And that was out of all the advice that anybody gave me, that was the number one piece of advice that I got from Billy, because I had a support system, right?
Yes.
So
important.
Yeah, well, it's good. And this support system, again, Adriane's providing so great for so many folks here in our county. But Adriane, I don't even know what to say. I'm so happy you're here.
Thank you.
Again,
this is a joy.
The joy on a Monday to be here and just to have you. I want to kind of switch gears and talk a little bit. You grew up in this community. For you, so many great people have been involved in your life, and this is the place that you guys have chose to call home. What do you love about Huntsville? What has made it so unique for you? And, what are some of the reasons you stuck around and said, I'm not leaving this place?
Wow, that is a really great question. I don't know that I can say one particular thing. Just being born and raised here, I have roots. I cannot go into town without seeing at least 2 or 3 people that I know, which is that's good and bad. But there are good people here. There are people that really care, that really support. And I love that. Well, we'll see when Jonathan gets a little bit older and he's driving. But I think it's going to be a really great thing. He may not like it, but there's eyes everywhere. And just that accountability, I think, is good when you know so many people. And it is. It's a really great community.
Yeah, love that. Well, Adriane is one of those who makes it such a great place to be. And again, we appreciate her being here with us this morning. And follow the Facebook group, again, for more information. She'll let you in once she vets you and be a part of this great event that's coming up to help so many in our community. Adriane, anything else? It's been a fun morning. Thank you for hopping on and hanging out with us.
Is it okay if I mention that we still are looking for a couple of sponsors?
Yes, please do. Talk about that and how does that work?
Okay,
yeah, please.
Perfect. So Postcards Magazine is our presenting sponsor, and we are so grateful for them. We could not do this without them. We do still have a couple of spots. We have a decorating team that will be coming in to decorate, and so I am looking for a sponsor for that. And then also, I do love to provide gifts for each of the ladies, and something that's meaningful, something that they'll really enjoy. And so I am also looking for sponsors for that. So if anybody's interested, business or just someone personally, if you just reach out to me, I would love to talk to you more about that.
And that's that same number, right? The 936-581-0180.
Correct. And please leave a message if I don't answer, because life is busy.
Yeah, let me go ahead and put this in here. I'm going to say to donate or to help out. I'll pop that up on the screen as well. So yeah, help out, friends. And there's no amount that's too small. And if you got some ideas about some gifts that maybe you'd like to provide. I know you mentioned something about gift cards and those kind of things, right?
Yes, gift cards. I've had someone who she is crocheting an Afghan. It's going to be beautiful. I'm really excited about that. Last year we went out to the Christmas market, and we had some funds that were donated to us, and so I was able to support local by buying Christmas gifts at the Christmas market at the fairgrounds. Cool. So I did miss it this year because I didn't have the funds available just yet, and I think they had it this past week.
Yeah, they did. We were going to go yesterday, and then we were just so exhausted.
Right.
I went home and took a nap. We woke up at 6 o'clock, and it's like, great, the kids are going to be up all night now.
Exactly.
But yeah, if you'd love to help out, maybe there's a tug at your heart this morning saying, you know what, I want to help Adriane. This is the best way that I can support her and these women. All you got to do, just reach out to her, 936-581-0180. for more information on how you can donate and sponsor this great event. And even if it's just $20, that'll go a long way.
Yes.
$10, she can utilize that. Gift cards, all sorts of things. And would you prefer that, like gift cards and cash? That way you guys can go out and buy what you think is best, or what would you prefer the most?
Yeah, that usually is a better way. Sometimes with gift cards we've had donated, that is part of the gift. So we can do it that way as well. Just kind of depends on how it
And kind of
works
the
out.
goal is for every lady that's there to provide them a gift, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and with 50, you can already tell that's going to,
It's going to be, yes.
but it'll work out. So
It will.
Wonderful. Well, again, 936-581-0180 to help out Adriane today and to donate to this event that's coming up. Adriane, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I feel bad because we moved studios. We were over with Paul, and then we moved over here just to have a little more flexibility in our space. And we have this horn, and I still have a few things over there. I need to come by and grab them. But my horn is over there. We have a new guest horn, and I have not brought that over.
I missed out.
Yeah, so we do that on purpose, so that way you have to come back again, Adriane.
Okay, there we go. I'll do it.
So, hey, and I wanted to say real quick, Bill Doggett wanted me to mention this. He said, he's our county commissioner over in Precinct 3. Bill Doggett has said, Adriane's business is proudly located in Precinct 3.
That is correct, yes.
So, all right. Well, thanks again, Adriane, for being here this morning.
Thank you so much.
You bet. We'll take another break, and hey, we are giving away Lone Star Light. Have you been to Lone Star Lights before, Adriane?
Yes, both years they've been.
Well, we're giving away tickets, and all you have to do today is text in your name along with the keyword service to 936-339-0139. Again, that number is 936-339-0139. The keyword is service, your chance to win Lone Star Lights when we come back. We'll step aside. We'll take a break. Stay with us. A little bit more to come. We've got some events. One happening tonight. Tara Burnett wants us to make an announcement about. We will gladly do that. So stay with us. This is your show. It's Good Morning Huntsville here on a Monday, brought to you by Walker County Federal Credit Union.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union. One of the best things I hear from our members is how they love being treated like they're important, like their family. Sure, our members love things like low rates on loans too, but combine that with the friendliest and most helpful service in town, and you've got Walker County Federal, taking care of our members. It's what we do. We are Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
Tomorrow's Promise Montessori schools believe in creating spaces where children can learn, grow, and use their imaginations. At any Tomorrow's Promise location, children enjoy the largest playgrounds in town. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori is a fun school where every child learns at their own pace, and mastery of a concept is expected before moving on to the next concept. At Tomorrow's Promise, every child is respected, loved, and nurtured for the unique individual that they are.
Tomorrow's Promise Academy on Veterans Memorial now open. Visit tomorrowspromise.info for more information. Education you can trust.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks. Stay connected and enjoy adorable pet updates by following us on Facebook. Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville is where dogs get to be dogs. Visit us at magnoliakennel.com to book your pet's next stay. We can't wait to meet your 4-legged family members.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com. This is KHSP LP, Huntsville, Texas, the spirit of Huntsville. Braylon, say this is Spirit Radio.
This is Spirit Radio.
Support for SpiritRadio.fm comes from loyal listeners just like you. Want to help spread the good news across Huntsville and beyond? Underwriting opportunities are available for loyal listeners, businesses, and nonprofits. Visit SpiritRadio.fm and tap Donate today.
All right, friends, back at it here. Time now is 8:19. We'll wrap it up in about 10 minutes or so. We do want to welcome you back in here on this magnificent, marvelous Monday, as we always love celebrating all the great things here in our community. Once again, happy Veterans Day to all that have served. Many of you are texting in this morning. Bill Doggett had shared a post with us that said, "To my father, brother, sister, and all 3 sons and all others that have worn the uniform, thank you for your service." Bill, thank you for sharing that with us this morning. Many of you as well also commenting in on the social media feeds today. And I want to say good morning to Robert Kane, who's joining us. Also our great friend Steph Valley over at Magnolia Kennel. Steph, so great to see you this morning. Carolyn Gibson is with us. Tara Burnett, by the way, wanted everybody to know this, that the Hearts Veterans Museum, they have their Veterans Day banquet tonight, and they still have some seats available. Those seats are running out, though, but there are still a few seats available, and she said those are for the banquet tonight at 6 p.m. You can reach out to Tara for more information on that. The best way to get a hold of her is through the website, and so you can just go to the Hearts Veterans Museum website online at heartsmuseum.com. That's HEARTSMUSEUM.com. And again, they do have a few more seats available for the banquet tonight. Tara, thank you for sharing that with us as well. Wanted to say hello also to Sky Carlton over at Deep Clean Texas. They are keeping our community clean. We appreciate all the hard work of Sky and her family with Deep Clean Texas. She's saying good morning, Huntsville, and to the veterans that may be listening or watching, thank you for your service. My sister, love you, Rebecca. She is saying happy Veterans Day to our daddy. God bless him. Thank you, sis. I love that. I was thinking of my dad the other day and posted a picture of him because I knew this day would be coming on Veterans Day. And thank you, sis. Also want to say happy Veterans Day to all of you. And my grandfather, who served in World War II, he was a second wave at D-Day. He passed in 2000. We miss him so much, but are reminded of his service this morning. Our friends, the Horn family, Richard and Linda, good morning to you. Richard, thank you for your service, my friend. They are saying good morning, Huntsville. Happy Veterans Day to all our military men and women. Thank you for your service. Bill Doggett earlier had sent that post, and he again said thank you to all of our veterans. Lewis Murphy joining us, saying good morning, Huntsville. Larry Harris, happy Veterans Day to the members of VFW 5871 and the DAV Chapter 78. Also to all of those at Hearts Veterans Museum. Larry, always good to hear from you, my friend. Happy Veterans Day to you, and thank you for your service. Jack Durish and all of our great friends, Warren, and all of you at the VF, we so appreciate you. Catherine White joining us on Facebook this morning. Catherine also saying, Happy Veterans Day to my husband serving in the Army and her son in the Air Force. So, Catherine, we echo those same sentiment. Happy Veterans Day to your husband and to your son, and let them know we are so very thankful for their service. Santa Saucier joining us this morning saying Happy Veterans Day as well. Many others. Quentin Glaze saying good morning, our number one engager. Good morning to you, my friend, and to all of you that are being here. Kyle Kreiner as well. Kyle, good morning to you, my friend. It's so great to see you on this morning. And then Adriane Hunter, just a few moments, was just saying thank you for the opportunity to share an evening of hope, the Widow's Christmas dinner, as well as Cabins and More of Texas. Adriane, it was so great to have you on just a few moments ago. We'll head over to our Zero Degree Creations phone and text line in just a few moments. Do want to do a little this day. On this date, 1620, 41 pilgrims aboard the Mayflower, anchored just off Massachusetts, signed a compact calling for just and equal laws. It was known as back then in 1620. So how about that, Project 1621? Pretty neat to go back and relive the history of our forefathers who came across here many, many, many years ago. In 1889, Washington became our 42nd state, the nickname the Evergreen State. And 1921, as we kind of think about those who have served, President Harding dedicated the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier in 1921. On this date in 1918, fighting in World War I came to an end with the signing of the armistice between the Allies and Germany, the 11th hour of the 11th day of the month, thus Veterans Day. Pretty neat to go back and see some of that history. Of course, we know that today is Veterans Day. It's also National Sunday Day today, but I want to keep the focus on Veterans Day. No mail today, by the way. Banks are not required to close on Veterans Day. Many do. Many schools are closed today. The rule is always it may be closed, but it may not be closed. Thanks to everyone who has served for their service. You know what? It wouldn't hurt today, too. If you got a flag, put a flag out today. If you got one, put it out in your yard, and thank those veterans as well. On Veterans Day, this day is reserved as Americans honor all living military veterans, including the many working moms. Also, don't forget about the working moms who are veterans of the military service. Indeed, the 2 million female veterans are more likely to work full-time than their civilian counterparts. Here are some other Veteran Day facts you may not know. Veterans Day always observed on November the 11th with speeches and parades across the United States. The holiday, as I mentioned earlier, began as Armistice Day on November the 11th, 1919, the first anniversary marking the end of World War I. A couple of important dates. In 1926, Congress passed a resolution for an annual observance. In 1938, November the 11th became a national holiday. In 1954, President Dwight D. Eisenhower signed legislation changing the name to Veterans Day in order to honor all veterans of American wars. And I encourage you, get plugged in to support our local veterans organizations. You know, Huntsville is so big on supporting our veterans. Hearts Museum, the Hearts Veterans Museum, our local Sam Houston, American Legion Post 95, the VFW. There's so many great organizations that you can get involved in and partner with to help our veterans. And it's just an unbelievable community that we live in to see that kind of support. We're working on a project through Spirit Media, and I won't give out all the details yet, but we're hoping for next year to be able to roll out a program. And we're going to partner up. And Tara, don't even know about this yet, but we're going to try to partner up with all of our military and veteran organizations here in Huntsville and provide a way to support all of them through a project that I witnessed firsthand in Georgetown many years ago that has become very successful. And we're going to do that through Spirit Media, through our Spirit Radio FM, and it's going to be a way that we honor all of our veterans in this community, and it's going to happen around Veterans Day. We really, really want to get this up and going. We've talked to several folks, and I'll dive into more information once we officially have everything ready to roll. But it is a project that we have actively been working on in the background now for just over 6 months. Hey, I do want to head over. Let's head over to our Zero Degree Creations phone and text line as we got a winner today. Those Lone Star Light tickets are coming somebody's way today. And we're dialing up that number now. The rule is you got to answer to win.
I answered, Rob. How you doing?
Man, this sounds like a guy that should be in radio when he retires.
Yeah, that's me. Rob, how you doing this morning? I appreciate you coming out on Veterans Day and having a show for us.
Hey, you bet. We're closed here at the church. A lot of places are closed, and a lot of folks. There was about 12 that actually texted in this morning, and Bill, the randomizer selected you, our county commissioner, precinct 3. Are you guys off today? What does the work day look like for you on Veterans Day?
Yeah, we are off today, but my wife and I, as usual, we've got plenty of honeydews to take care of around the house today, so it'll be a full and fun day for us.
Well, wonderful. Well, we'll have you back on. You always like to come on and talk shop. It's been a while, Bill, but I just wanted to give you a quick opportunity. Congratulations again. Thanks for texting in on the Zero Degree Creations phone and text line. Have you been to Lone Star Lights before?
Oh my gosh, yes. We've been out there pretty much several times. Lisa and her gang out there at Carolina Christian Camp do an awesome show. I tell you, I guess I'll give her a free plug. If you have not been there, you have seriously missed out. It's a beautiful, beautiful place, and Stan Saucier, one of your listeners here, is the best Santa Claus in Walker County. He's out there, so I'll enjoy going again. They have a great dinner show. My wife and I are going to go out there, so it's a great event, and we're looking forward to going to it.
I don't know if you missed it last week, but Santa Saucier had texted in, and he won those tickets, and I jokingly said, "Hey, have you been out there before?" So, well, Bill, congratulations. We appreciate all the great work that you do, and I appreciate you recognizing, too, Adriane there being in your precinct and precinct 3. Before we let you go, just what are you most thankful for, Bill, about this community?
I'm thankful, and it's timely right now. Our election process, our selection of a new leader, or whatever, it's pretty unique to America. And like you said a little while ago, the dust is kind of settled. We can go on with making our community better every day now. And so I'm just thankful we have the opportunity to choose our leaders and live in a fabulous community.
Awesome. Well, Bill, we appreciate you, man. I'll send you a link. We'll have you back on the show here in the next couple of weeks if you got time. I'd love to have you.
Sounds great. I always enjoy it, Rob. Take care to you.
All right. Have a blessed day, my friend. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, there he is, Bill Doggett. And, Bill, by the way, you can pick up those tickets normally Monday through Thursday, but it's going to be Tuesday through Thursday here at the church. Even though I'm up here, the office is closed. But Tuesday through Thursday, anytime between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m., you can pick up those tickets. So, again, boy, what a great day today as we honor all of those that are serving in our country. We appreciate you very much and appreciate all of you for interacting with us here on this Monday. Well, friends, that'll wrap it up. I'm going to wrap this thing up right at around 8:30 today, and we appreciate you for being with us. A busy week lined up here on Hello Huntsville, and I want to encourage, if you haven't been to our website, please do so. You can go to HelloHuntsvilleTX.com for more information on all of the wonderful things that are happening here in Huntsville. The holiday market went really great. We did not get a chance to attend this past weekend, but they just do a wonderful job with those markets. I know that there was a big turnout, and we'll keep you updated. That was on our newsletter, by the way, and if you go to our website, you can subscribe to our newsletter. Tomorrow we'll have Daniel White with DSW Construction joining us. Cherie Brabbitts of Carolina Creek and Lone Star Lights makes an appearance on Wednesday, and then on Thursday we still have an open day, and Friday we've got a really special treat for you. We've got 2 guests coming in on Friday. Amy Bobrook, who is a native here to Huntsville, but she lives not in this country. She's in Denmark, but she makes an appearance here in Huntsville a couple of times a year. She's going to come in and play some music for us. And then following that, we'll have Dr. Richard Henriksen, the chaplain for the American Legion, coming on the program, giving us some updates. Last time we had him, it was such a wonderful interview, and we are very excited to have both of those guests joining us on Friday. If you know of somebody in the community that would love to come on the show, maybe it's you. Maybe you want to highlight some things in your business. We would invite you to do so. Maybe you know of a nonprofit that has not been on the show before. There's still so much to reach and so many people to have on this show that we would love your feedback and help us bring people here on Good Morning Huntsville so we can continue to promote what is happening in our community. You can simply email us hello@HelloHuntsvilleTX.com to get in touch. Well, friends, that'll wrap it up. Again, big thank you to Walker County Federal Credit Union, Karen, Denise, Toy, Ruth, everybody. Chandler's over there, Taylor. We appreciate all of you. And, hey, we can't wait to see you back at it next Monday. So don't go to the banks today. They are closed. Walker County will be reopened again tomorrow. Friends, as I end every show, reminding you today that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. So please provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you, Huntsville. Until tomorrow morning, good morning, Huntsville, and God bless. thanks for helping us write another chapter in our community today. So long, everyone.